Hey guys, this is Huntin for Games, and these are my first impressions of The Witcher 3. Alright, first let's talk about these graphics. I mean, oh my god. I know there's been some talk about how it's not as amazing as it was in the 2013 preview, but this game is easily one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. The details in the village, the details in the wilderness, the change in weather and change of time as day passes is really incredible. The seamless nature of the world really adds to the immersion as well. Being able to just walk into an inn and start talking to people and there's no loading screens, it's amazing. And these majestic, like, rides across the open wilderness, and you just run past this wildlife. Everything feels so alive. The passing of time is incredible. I mean, these sunsets, you just kind of have to, like, stop and stare at them. And I don't know if that's going to wear off over time as I keep playing, but so far it's just been really impressive graphically to watch as time passes and you're just witchering along on your little horse roach. Night scenes too. I mean, look at how amazingly, like, everything has this moonlit glow, and sometimes it's pouring rain and sometimes it's windy and all the trees are swaying in the wind. It's incredible. Side quests have so much meaning in this game. Some of them are just goofy. The humor is so prevalent, but it just really draws you in that sometimes it's not about saving the world, it's just helping some old lady.
He was garroted. And some old scars. Kind of soldier might have.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing.
And that humor really shines through.
Bloodstains. Almost faded. But the line's taut. Something's not right.
Some quests have less humor than others, though, but I've seen more attention to detail in the story involved in some of the most minor side quests than I've seen in entire games. The dialogue options that you have are really have meaning. They carry weight.
At this point, doubt I'll ever marry. You keep the coin from Mandy, her wedding. Raise a toast to my health then.
Thank you, Master Witcher.
The moral choices that you're given really seem like they matter, even though these are side characters you'll never see again.
Because of the black ones. Trampled our fields, raided our granaries, burnt our orchards. So instead of bread, he'll get a new.
They really make you ask some questions about who you should help, who you want to help, because you can't help everybody, and it's not necessarily a right or wrong, a black and white. There's so many shades of gray, which just makes every action seem so important, even if it's just as minor as helping one person by the side of the road.
With one of my potions. Swallow can heal internal hemorrhages.
But
the choices you make have serious consequences, and it's not always easy to tell if the choice that you're making is the right one. And I've just been super impressed with how the simplest side quest can really draw you in and has such incredible writing and impact on the world.
Daft wench, leave me be and don't listen to that nattering sow. We've not had a witch, shaman.
And some of the dialogue choices are obviously Witcher related, like either bribery or casting delusion spells. But I clearly have only level 1, so I couldn't even use the sign to make him listen to me.
No one here will talk to you.
If it's company you seek, stick that mangy snout
That's
of
not
yours
to
in
say
a
that
trough
using
with
the
the
signs
pigs.
is always carefree and has no
Show
consequences.
that shit eater,
Just because you
Micah.
can control somebody's mind doesn't mean that everybody around him will totally respect
Raven,
you.
woman dressed in black and white. Seen her? Talk.
Folks say the lady rode through the village a few days back. Galloping so fast she knocked Radabor into a ditch.
Which way did she go?
Dunno. Lots of tracks leading off the main road. Could have gone anywhere.
Oi, people! The freak's taken Micah's mind.
And I'll take your tongue if you don't shut up.
Sometimes, although they attack you for what you being a witcher, that doesn't mean that like anything really comes of it.
Don't want your kind here.
Haven't done anything to you, so just calm down.
Other times,
Course
though,
not.
those witcher actions have serious
He's
consequences.
done nothing.
People
Notice
notice
working
you
witchcraft. Get him!
doing these things. And some dialogue options are just a little bit more flirtatious and less moral. Oh, Geralt. I can't talk enough about the hilarity of subtle humor in this game.
Done.
The good gods have sent ye to me. Someone to repair their shrines from this day on.
Look, already got a trade. I'm a witcher. Restoring traditional roadside structures in wood, just not my specialty.
Like, what is the...
Bitch is in a proper fury. Needs a man.
Some of the humor's a little bit more sexist.
Griffin's Nest.
But oh my god. Then the main story, which I haven't even spent all that much time on because I'm so busy doing the side quests.
Took a long time dying.
Main story and side quests alone, you come across these situations where you sort of
A few months worth.
detective your way through the scene of the crime. Like it's like a Batmaning of what happened.
Larvae in her wounds have already hatched. Been dead at least a week.
It's done really well.
Griffin must be a male.
And really makes you feel like, you know, you have this Witcher knowledge that Geralt possesses.
Deep cuts over the whole body. Not a drop of blood on the beak or claws. Didn't defend herself. Crept up on her while she slept. The Baron and his wife.
And each
Look
one is
happy enough.
incredibly unique. You don't just walk up to the same scenes over and over again and say, okay, well, where's the key on
What's
the ground?
this? Gotta wonder who wanted to hide the hole. And what's on the other side.
Moving on. You then found shelter in
The way they integrate the options with the previous games, especially Witcher 2, are fantastic. They offer you this simulation where they just kind of ask you questions casually during one section of the game early on, basically explaining how you proceeded in The Witcher 2.
I left Flotsam with Yorvith, commander of a Squaretel unit.
a slayer of monsters and a slayer of men. You forge interesting
It's
alliances.
a great option if you've lost your save game or it doesn't work, which was the case with mine. I just beat The Witcher 2, but unfortunately my save game wouldn't import for some reason.
Ambassador Varatra.
Then they have this almost Game of Thrones-esque option to kind of explain to you how the war is progressing if you hadn't read through all the text or really played the previous games or studied up on what's going on with like maps and dialogue options. A simple map and a bunch of questions you can ask to very calmly and easily explain to you exactly what's taking place in the world. It's really simple, but it's awesome. It really kind of grabbed me early on to help me understand like what was happening in this mythical land. But I mean, it's not all just political intrigue and warring nations. There's just plain old monster killing combat, and it is fantastic. All the signs are back, including some new weapons like the crossbow you see here, and it really creates some interesting, intense interactions between giant, single beasts like a griffin, where it's just kind of a fight for survival, which, by the way, you've got to focus on that because they will kill you. Horse combat's a thing. First found out accidentally drawing these wolves into this little village, and just got baseball bat swinging them to death. But it's an option. I don't really use it, but you can totally do it if you want. But it really gets tense when you're against, 5 or 6 pretty easy single foes, but they group up on you, and it can be a little intense, kind of nasty. They get a couple good hits in on you, you're screwed. So the potions really help here, and all your signs. It's awesome the options that you can take. But even there's a bestiary that explains, like, one such thing explained as wraiths within Yurden become physical and you can attack them easier. But obviously, it doesn't always help enough, and they can still kick my ass.
Damn, you're ugly.
Then there's the upgraded form of Yurden, which becomes this sort of lightning turret. And I'm sure each sign has its own upgraded form that you can choose to use or not, which I'll go into a little bit more detail later. But so far, I really like the advanced options that it gives you. Having a turret to protect me from one or multiple enemies has been pretty invaluable so far. So here's how the talent tree works, and so far it's been perfect. Couldn't ask for anything more. You can upgrade any of the 3 different sections, like swordplay, sign damage, and the abilities, alchemy. And then from there you can equip a certain number, a total of 12, but currently you can see I only had 2 unlocked. So even if you've upgraded Igni fully but don't have a slot open for that, you can't use those upgrades. Crafting is much easier than the previous games. It's much more approachable, and honestly, so far it's just been awesome. I'm really excited when I get new diagrams. I'm not just annoyed that I don't get the gear itself. You just find a blacksmith, and he can craft you any of the particular templates you might have already obtained. Overall, this game so far just continues to wow me. I've barely even scraped the surface of the main storyline, and I can't put it down. I can barely put it down to do this impressions video. It's one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. The environments really draw you in. They put so much attention to detail between just the vast open landscapes and all the way down to a single hut. There's so much variety, and the gameplay is amazing. The Geralt development is amazing, and the dialogue is just some of the best I've ever seen. So I really encourage you to check it out. If you haven't already, it's my top pick of 2015. Might be my top pick for a long time. Definitely check it out. Please subscribe. Like the video if you liked it. Leave the comments what you think of The Witcher 3. And thanks for watching. Really appreciate it.
Sex. That's why we're here, isn't it?
You may know about wine, but you remain quite unsophisticated otherwise.